My name is Omowunmi Dada. Okay, the character I'll be playing in the movie Ojuju is Beju. Beju is a young lady. She's very weird. She's cunning. She's nice. She's equally a good girl. Beju somehow is a very loyal friend. I mean, she's in love with a certain guy, but then she doesn't let her friend know because her friend is currently dating this person. So she had to hide her feelings. She had to help herself to kill their feelings. Then Beju is a very strong woman. She is a fighter. I mean, a fighter through and through. She's a fighter to the very end. She's a very interesting character. I mean, everybody in this movie lives in the ghetto. This is a very interesting side of me that we're going to see in Beju. She's crazy, she's weird, she speaks Pidgin, you know, effortlessly. I think Beju is a very interesting character. That's basically who Beju is, yeah. Okay, this script is very unusual. When I saw it and I noticed that it was all written in Pidgin, I was like, okay, now we have to bring that game on. I've never done any movie in Pidgin language, and I think this is very interesting. I liked the fact that, you know, it's meant to challenge me as an actor. I don't speak Pidgin every day, but now I have to speak Pidgin as if it's part of me, as if this is the only language I speak. I think it's very interesting. Another thing I love about the script is the story. The story is very unique. It tells a story. The story tells or paints a picture of what can be happening in our day-to-day society, what can be happening in the hoods that we necessarily might not notice exist. Now, people in Nigeria or in many parts of the world or many parts of Africa suffer water. We suffer water pollution. Now, this is a story that tackles water pollution. I mean, everybody knows that you can get cholera through water pollution, you can get dysentery, you can get diarrhea, but then we equally have other viruses and bacteria that live in this bad water that may eventually evolve in terrible things, some of which, okay, the director and producer and the writers have brought into Ojuju. I loved the style of writing. I love the language. I love the story. I love the setting, the location. I love the fact that, you know, as individuals and as Nigerians, the story is not just bringing you a thrilling effect. It's here to make you learn. It's here to bring out some social trust, some things that happen in our society that most of us do not take cognizance of. Yeah, I like it. I really love it. So I was amazed. I was blown away when I saw the script. I was just like, okay, I'm excited to be part of this. Well, okay, my first challenge was being Beju. I didn't start speaking Pidgin until I got to the university where I had loads of friends that could speak Pidgin. So Wumi naturally will not speak Pidgin to you, but now I have to speak Pidgin. So it's kind of weird. I have to bring myself to speak local Pidgin, you know, all them worry, the wafis, all these shwes, all these egbe, you know, all those little intonations. Yeah, I think it's a beautiful challenge. I am loving it. Another thing is I had to go on a crazy hairstyle. And every time I'm offset, I'm like, okay, now I have to really rock this as Wumi, but it's very unusual, but it's one of those things. Another thing about the character, which is challenging for me, is the fact that I have to run a lot. You have to do things out of this world. You have to do the extra thing to bring the extra, you have to do the extra things to bring the extra effect on board. Like yesterday when we were filming, I had to run, keep running and all of that, and it was as if people were chasing me. Unfortunately, I fell and I incurred loads of injuries, but it's all good. I mean, the show must go on. It has to happen. There are some of the challenges, and we have to shoot all night in a place like this where you're not protected from mosquitoes. So the gangster part of you has to be out. I mean, you just have to acclimatize and get familiar with the environment. When mosquitoes bite you, you say bite the mosquitoes. So those are the challenges. Yeah, basically it. I must really say that I'm very impressed. I am super impressed. We have people that know their onions on board. We have people that want to bring the best to this movie. We have people that are loyal and dedicated. And, you know, they just want to bring that extra effect to this project. I'm so excited. And everybody, to the last person, is creative, is super creative on this set. I mean, the director tells you to do some crazy things and I'm like, okay, are you for real? And then the DOP takes some very interesting shots. The sound manager is on point. Everybody, makeup, costume, everything is A+. I'm enjoying it. And I know without any doubting spirit that this is going to be one of the best films when it comes to technicalities. And trust me, we actors are not bringing anything lesser than that. So I'm very excited. I'm happy I'm working with this set of people. It's very interesting. Okay, let me start with the director, CJ. Apparently, he's equally the writer. I think he's a very creative young man who thinks outside the box. CJ is one of the few avant-garde directors we have here in Nigeria, and I'm excited. He's a very young man. I mean, he's someone like me, which is very, very good. He's a thorough director. He knows what he wants. I mean, the camera angle, he knows what the kind of feel he wants for the movie. Yeah, I mean, looking at the picture alone, you would want to have goosebumps. He's a very good director. And then as an artist director, he's very good. He helps you to bring out that character in you at that particular point in time. I'm enjoying working with him, and I know he will go places. I mean, I can see him bagging plenty of awards. And he's a very humble man. He allows your creativity to flow. He's not the director that will tell you it has to be this way. He gives you the free will to bring things on board. If it suits what the character should be, he lets it go. I mean, those are the kind of directors we should yearn to work with. I'm happy working with him. Great. CJ, thumbs up. And to our cinematographer, DOP, Mr. TJ, he's one man that is great. I don't know how he got into this business, where he learned this thing from, but he learned it well. And I am so excited working with him. I mean, you see some things and you're like, are you for real? He takes his time to get what he wants. He's a very patient man. He's a very humble man. There are a few cinematographers that will help every other person on board. He quite understands very well that the art is a collaborative effort. And if you have to be the master, you have to serve people. Now, this is about one of the few movies that is a thriller, and it is indigenous. It is purely Nigerian. It is purely our own. Now we get her. Nothing is foreign in this movie. Language, everything is our own. Now expect a movie where you yourself will willingly suspend your disbelief. I mean, you can feel every character, you can relate with them. You can see these characters as people you see every day that are suffering so things. So expect to have fun. Expect to see very funny characters. Characters that will really make you laugh. Yes. Expect the best when it comes to technicalities, when it comes to sound, when it comes to makeup, when it comes to costumes. And yes, you are allowed and you are free to get scared at some point. Yes, it's one of those things. I mean, that's why we want you to watch it. Yeah, you'll be scared, but the truth is it's a movie. It's a movie and it's a great one. So expect to have fun. And everybody has to go to the cinema to see this movie. Trust me. You won't ask for change. In fact, you would want to give the producers more money because they have put in a lot into this. So expect a wonderful movie. I mean, I know we're going to back plenty awards. Sure. By God's grace. Amen.